Hi, it's Kathy. I'm back again. This time I'm going to take the bottom of a chip box, just showed you there, and take the leftovers, thick pieces of cardboard that those lace binding, hem lace, that I showed in the previous video that I wrapped around the lace winders. I'm going to take those cardboards, which turned out to be the perfect height on the bottom of this chip box that I've been cutting and using the cardboard in various projects, that I thought, well, hey, this is a good box. I was putting stuff in it anyway, just odds and ends, and I thought, hey, maybe I'll just turn it into something. And so the cardboard will reinforce the strength, because those boxes, it's thin cardboard. So that is I love that paper. I got that on clearance at Joann's. And so I'm using the different papers in this series, I guess, if you want to call it. I don't know, this project, that's probably a better word. One side had snails and ladybugs and other bugs, and the other side, oh, hey, watching on TV? Yeah, well, like I do, you can scan and subscribe. Thanks. So, yeah, I watched YouTube on TV, and I saw another YouTuber do that, and I thought, oh, hey, that's a good idea, because I do watch on TV, and there's times I want to subscribe to somebody, and, you have to remember what you saw, and then, I thought maybe that would be helpful. So I'm just using school glue right now to glue the cardboard down to the paper. I'm almost out of my tacky glue, and I need to save that for when it really, really, really needs to grip. So yeah, some of these had little bits on the end, so I'm just going to snip those off, and they're not all exactly the same height or length, I guess is a better way to look at it. But that's okay, because my box is not exactly the same height. It was not measured. It was just, all the way around. And I was just cutting it off and using it. And then all of a sudden I had a nice, box. So, it's not perfect, but I think it turned out really cute. You'll see when we get to the final picture. And I didn't know how many tiles, I guess I'll call that I'll need. So I ended up with a little bit of extra, but that's okay. I'll use it in something, maybe even in with the box. At this point, I didn't know if I was going to also line the inside of the box with the tiles. So I had plenty of those little strips of cardboard to go on. One side of the cardboard is shiny. It's got that shiny paper on it, and then the other side is just cardboard. And I wanted to use the cardboard side against the shiny side of the box, because as you will see, and you probably know this if you've ever glued anything to a shiny, it doesn't want to stick. Shiny to shiny is very hard. And it's even, for me in this project, it was hard to get cardboard to shiny to stick. So the first attempt, I used the school glue, because I thought, well, I'll just be patient and let it dry, and it would not stick. It would not stick. And there I am, just, squeezing for all my might and all my worth, and it wouldn't stick at the bottom. And I'm like, oh, well, I can't. What am I going to do? It's not going to stick. So I hold it and I hold it. And then I get my little clips out, and that works for the top, but I'm still, what do I do about the bottom? And I don't know. I ended up having to go back over it with tacky glue, and I didn't want to get the fabric tack out. I was just being real stubborn. So yes, I did distress the edges, and I wanted a little bit of that blue from the box to show through, like the grout. I thought that looked nice. And so I just sort of gave it a little bit of space, give me some space, and clipped it, but still pressing. Even with the tacky glue, it was like, no, I don't care to stick down here. I don't want to. I'm gonna pull away. And also, it was hot when I was making this. If you hear clanking, the garbage man is out there doing his thing. Apologize for the noise, but I can only do what I can do to cut down on the noise. So instead of putting the tiles spaced evenly, yeah, that's what I was looking for, I decided to offset it. So now I have a little piece there, and I'm using the polka dot, olive and white polka dot for the other side. I felt like the bugs and the snails needed a little bit of a spacer. It looked too blended, too blurry, I guess, both side by side. So I'm using the dots, the polka dots, to give it a little bit of interest, I guess. I don't know what you call it at this point. I've only had 1 cup of coffee, so my brain isn't working too well. So here I am cutting more of the box, which that box came in really handy. It's like, well, we used to get cereal, but we don't get cereal that much anymore. So it was like, hey, I got a huge cereal box here. It's just days and days of projects. But I bought the chip box to do portion control. I have a big addiction. I'm very much addicted to chips, and so I've been limiting myself to 1 little snack bag a day to try to wean myself off of that. It's hard. It has been a struggle for me, but I'm trying. So I went around the box. I put that pretty dragonfly in the middle, but I've not glued those down. I don't know. I may not ever glue the middle piece down. I don't know. So I let the box sit overnight. I had put a border around first, reclipped it, and let it sit overnight to dry. And the border is 1 inch on either side. Today, then, I'm going to make corners to cover up those sections, and I'm just looking for something. I have on there. I snorted. Oh, my box of Tums, my bottle of Tums. I'm using that. I want to fill in a little bit of the gap. I don't want to make corners for the inside. I'm going to use this elastic thread spool for the corners on the outside. And, just sort of, swank it up, I guess. I don't know. I just need to finish the project. Okay, because the corner, the circle is, I wanted it smaller so it didn't cover up too much of the corner, but it won't go over the top of the box, which needs to be covered. That's what the rectangles are going to be used for. So I'm just going to fold it in half and then fold it in half again to get the corner shape. The circle is just a smidge too high for the corner of the box, and I don't want to fool with trying to glue down just a smidge over the top of the box. So once I get my rectangle shape glued in, and here I'm using school glue because it's paper to paper, and also the school glue is very wet, so the cardstock here is very, I forget what GSM it is, but it's pretty strong, pretty kind of thicker than regular scrapbook paper. My circle comes up just a little bit, so I'm going to cut the top off once I get it measured there. Here, let's just show you what's going on. And keep squeezing that down and into the box corner, and then take my white gel pen so I can see, make a little line on the circle. See right there, it's just that little smidgen. I don't want to mess with that. Don't got time for that. So, yeah, everything's rolling on this desk today, or falling over. And at the last second, I decide I'm going to decorate the circle. And this is just freehand. Just, not measuring, just freehand. And here's my box. And I'm holding the inside from coming out. But you can see everything around the sides and the corners. A lot sturdier now. And I kind of love it. Well, thanks for watching. See you soon.